Hello. Welcome back To Be Decided, the show where points don't matter and everybody gets to have a good time. I'm Ethan Leach, your courageous host as always. I'm joined with my co-host and cohort, Armand Devonsley. Armand, how are you?
Cohort.
Yeah,
I like that.
using some vocab words.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Quite well. Thank you very much. So it's another beautiful Thursday early evening here in beautiful Valparaiso, Indiana. Armand, how's your day going?
Fine. No, and just busy day, another busy day.
Armand has been really busy lately. This is the most I've seen him in the last 3 days, which makes me sad.
This is true.
Makes me think back to the good old days where we spent, I think, a solid 2 weeks without being further than 50 yards or meters away from each other.
And by the good old days, Ethan's referring to a month or two ago.
Yeah, exactly. I can live in the past. Armand, how's your week been, besides being really busy? How was your weekend?
Weekend? What did I do over the weekend?
Was it Easter weekend this
Oh,
week?
it was. Yeah, I went home and saw some family.
Feels like a long time ago.
Yeah. Nothing much happened. My dad, we did a lot of yard work around the house.
Huh.
We had a tree trimmed and then a bunch removed. So I was moving logs all day.
Huh.
I guess Holy Saturday.
Is that why you wanted to come home from some cheap labor?
I like to think so. And by cheap,
Cheap is free.
you mean free.
Well, I had a good weekend. You want to know why, Armand?
Why? What'd you do?
You know what happened this weekend?
What?
The trailer for the new Star Wars came out.
Oh,
And
right.
it's only a teaser trailer, and it just messes with you, but I am really, really pumped.
I saw that you changed the background on your laptop.
I did. It's just the screen for the movie now. The Last Jedi. Which I remember when it first came out, talking to a friend, and we were like, did you see the trailers? Yeah, he goes, the thing about The Last Jedi is Jedi could be singular or it could be plural, and all of that. Like, oh, you're right. And now I'm just getting into turning this into a movie podcast about speculating about Star Wars, but I'm super stoked for the movie. I was a very big fan of Force Awakens. I know a lot of Star Wars fans really weren't, but I thought it was pretty good. Armand, yeah, you liked it, didn't you?
Yeah, I liked it. I still haven't seen Rogue One.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rogue One is the best Star Wars fan film ever made because it's just like, hey, it had a lot of issues, but at least get it on DVD or Redbox, watch it for the third act. That's what I say. It turns into a war film, reminiscent of Full Metal Jacket, and it was awesome. The part of Full Metal Jacket you don't like, the second half, which gets really allegorious to the war in Vietnam for the U.S. instead of the first part where it's cool and funny. But still a good movie. So yeah, we're gonna stop talking about Star Wars now and start talking about whatever music we're listening to. What are we listening to this week, Armand?
Oh, today we have a treat.
Ooh.
We're going across the pond. We're listening to some British boy bands,
Ooh.
which includes, some Beatles are on there, and then we got some Gorillaz and Coldplay, one of my favorite bands, and I think we're starting off with some Wombats. Not the animal, the band.
An animal.
Is that an animal? A wombat?
A wombat?
That's a thing,
It's,
right?
it's at least a fake animal.
Yeah.
You-
Aminal.
You could be the wombats in the backyard sports games. I know
Oh,
that.
right,
that was
right,
one
yeah.
of the mascots you could be.
The wombats.
The wily little wombats.
We'll let you know what the heck a wombat is when we come back
We'll
on.
do some research. But in the meantime, we're gonna listen to the Wombats. This is To Be Decided, and please don't go anywhere. I love you too much to not listen to us. All right, welcome back To Be Decided. Oi. All right, we have the breaking news. We have more information on the wombat. We learned a lot during that break, and
Oh, we did. We did a lot of research, and
Yeah,
we're happy to share it with you.
there's a lot of things that I think the public needs to know about wombats.
So, Ethan, what is a wombat?
A wombat is a short-legged, muscular quadrupedal marsupial that is native to Australia. They're about 1 meter in length with small, stubby tails. They are 3 extant species, and they are members of family. I don't know what that is. They're mostly in Australasia, but I mean the wombat has done some curious things on the internet. When you Google wombat, the first autocomplete on Google is wombat poop.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I was looking at their Wikipedia page, and I found the greatest thing in the world from the 2000 Sydney Olympics. Fatso, the fat-arsed wombat. He was the unofficial mascot of the 2000 games in Sydney, where some people just made a parody of the other ones and put him up on like a bunch of different places. I tweeted out a photo of him on To Be Decided, our Twitter account, at To Be Decided Show, TOBE Decided Show.
Go check it out.
Please go check it out. You need to learn about wombats. These guys are cute.
Yeah, marsupials, so they carry their babies around like a kangaroo. So that got me, and I googled how many marsupials are there. There's over 330,
Ooh.
like different species. That's crazy.
Are humans one of those?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm 100% sure.
All right. Well, then I lost a bet.
Speaking of mascots, so we were talking about earlier or Ethan was talking about how the Wombats are a mascot or a team you can play as in little league sports, and so then we just decided to look up the funniest / worst mascots,
Same
and
thing.
our favorite was I think it was Delta State
Del-
fighting okras.
The fighting okra, the
Yeah.
fighting deep fried vegetables. We're gonna tweet out a video, one of their motivational videos of just it's someone and it was a swimmer too, so it was great. It's just someone swimming. She gets to the end of the lane. She looks up and there's the okra holding a live alligator, and he throws it in there, like which was real. Like,
Yeah.
unless they like did 2 shots and edited the water, like they threw a live alligator in with this poor girl. I demanded we send that out there, so be on the lookout for that on our Twitter account. To Be Decided Show, TOBE Decided Show. Yeah. One of the things we really like are British bands. You know, the British invasion brought a lot to America and influenced a lot of the music Armand and I really like. Right?
Yes.
Armand's having trouble with his mic right now. There's a lot of history there.
Across the pond.
Across the pond.
Oh man.
Yeah. So, Armand, you want to listen to some more of those?
Yes. Shall we?
What else are we listening
Maybe
to
we'll
today?
talk about some British movies and TV when we get back.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, you know, like Monty Python. We got to talk about that.
Oh yeah, of course.
Anyway, we got some Danse à la plage coming up.
That means dance
On-
of the beach or
Yeah.
on the beach,
Yeah.
depending on the translation.
Yeah.
So, stay tuned. The To Be Decided. We got more show coming up, whether you like it or not. Please stay tuned. All right, that last one.
Oi.
Oi, Susie. The last one was Shiver by Coldplay, which, if you've never listened to the show, you should know that is Armand's favorite band.
Not my favorite. One of my favorites. My favorite is Foster the People.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Gotta make sure we shout out that we are watching Game 3 of the Pacers-Cavs series. At least I am. Pacers currently up 10 going into the second, so happy about that.
I can see the movie Sing from where I'm sitting.
Yeah, there's that going on, too. Yeah. One of 2 movies that ever seems to play on VUTV, Channel 15. So we were thinking we were gonna talk about some of our favorite like British movies and TV shows, but we just kept circling around like the same couple things. We'd think of like a couple British actors we liked, look up a couple movies, and then we just forget about it. So like, Armand, name a British movie we love, or at least you love.
Oh, Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork
That
Orange.
is super British.
That is extremely
we
British.
we watched it once and we really didn't understand it fully at all. And then
Yep.
we watched it with subtitles and then it made more sense.
way more
but I don't
sense.
think we still got it completely.
the author of the book that was based on, that also had a hand in like writing the script. He just made up his entire like own future British English, like all this new slang and everything. It's hard to understand. Though Kubrick did a lot of his production in England, he's an American director.
Hmm.
So like he shot basically everything from 2001 in England, but it's American. My favorite director of all time, Chris Nolan, he is British. He did the Dark Knight trilogy, Memento.
Yeah, I saw that Christian Bale is
Prestige.
from
Christian
Britain.
Bale is British.
I didn't think he was.
I never knew he was
Huh.
British until I saw The Prestige, where they also have Hugh Jackman
Oi,
in Australia.
puppet. I wanted to say put another shrimp on the barbie, but that's
No,
not right.
no, that's not right.
They don't
That's
even
not
say
right at
that
all.
in Australia either.
Nope.
Fun fact.
Merry Chrissy.
They do say that though in Australia.
We do love The In-Betweeners. That's
Good
a,
TV show.
That's a British TV show. There's only like what, 18 episodes?
Yes, 3 seasons, 18 episodes.
It's all on Netflix, including their 2 TV and their 2 movies. So please go check that out.
Yeah,
if,
that's actually it's really good.
it's quality. It's top.
They use a lot of slang in that. I guess we could talk about
They
that
do.
for a little bit.
We learned a lot from that show.
Including what were you saying a second ago?
Like
Pedo for pedo.
Oh, well, yeah, there's that. I was gonna say like fit birds.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's just
of.
like yeah.
Instead of saying, "Oh, those chicks are hot," they say, "Oh, those birds are so fit."
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've seen it.
Yeah, it's
what
been
else
a
do
while.
they say?
I mean, you just got to go watch the show. It's,
Oi.
those guys are crazy. Like
Yeah.
the kind of things they come up with on that show. I don't know how they did it.
But there was an American version.
Yeah, and it got canceled right away.
Yeah.
That's continuing MTV's string of hit live action TV shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to check that out sometime just to see
Yeah,
how bad it is.
we're gonna watch it. There's one actor I like in it, so that's the only reason I'm gonna go to it. Armand, you have any more wombat facts?
Wombats. They're marsupials.
Yeah, we went over that.
Oh, speaking of marsupials, this isn't a wombat fact, but the koala. Not a lot of people know this. They look really cute, but if you touch it, it might give you chlamydia.
Yeah, the koalas in Australia have a really big chlamydia problem. When One Direction was
I was
still a
about to
big
say,
thing.
yeah, when One Direction was there.
One of them got peed on by one that
and
had it.
They had to get treated for chlamydia.
I don't think he ever actually technically got
Yeah.
it, but he was in danger of
Yeah.
getting chlamydia from a
In
koala.
danger.
That is,
How'd you
quite
get
the story.
chlamydia? Oh, a koala.
say no more.
Yep. That just raises further questions.
That's when you just walk away. Remember when I mean we started this episode off with as like being about British boy bands, and that you could kind of say spawned the whole boy band idea, but that largely went away until boy bands of the 90s.
Right.
And then that kind of faded off for a little bit. And then we had that weird part in the late noughties, or the late 2000s.
I think NSYNC
Wait,
came
yeah,
back
late
in
90s.
2005 just for like one album or something.
But like we had the late noughties.
then,
That's when
yeah.
like One Direction really rose
Right,
up.
right,
And,
yeah, you're right.
There's a couple others like them, but I just honestly don't know their names because I'm
'Cause
out.
I
I'm old and
honestly-
out of touch.
Yeah. Not really into that.
Yeah, which is it's crazy to think like that. Like people complain about pop music, but those are completely just machine generated music with air quotes for you audio listeners. It's like manufactured to sell tickets and CDs and
Machine or instrument?
shut up. Let's not get into that debate again.
No, we won't.
All right. Well, speaking of music, for whatever reason, we're gonna jump back into some music. What do we have up next, Armand?
We got On Melancholy Hill. That was a sneak peek for you.
I didn't know that was playing. My bad.
By the Gorillaz. So we got some Gorillaz and the Who coming up for you, as well as the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, we're gonna be starting off with "Gimme Shelter" by the Rolling Stones, which a lot of people consider maybe the greatest song ever made, just like in straight up talent, like just like in scope of being music. So give it a listen. Judge for yourself. Let us know. You're listening to Be Decided here on WVUR. Tune in. So please stick around. We got a little more music left for you before we hit 7 o'clock. Don't go anywhere. That last one was Baba O'Reilly by The Who, which I always get the name of that song wrong.
Yeah, I was
because
about to ask you, Ethan.
Like it's.
I wonder
always,
why it's called that.
I don't know
Not
actually.
Teenage Wasteland.
Yeah, because it's the Teenage Wasteland's like the thing that stands out in that name.
I don't think they say. Do they say Baba O'Reilly at all in that song?
I doubt it.
Huh. Interesting.
I'm gonna try to look that up. This isn't really a news talk show, but this is speaking of O'Reilly. Did you see Fox News finally let go Bill O'Reilly? Were you following any of that controversy?
No.
He
Wait, was this the? Actually, just say it. I think I know.
Bill O'Reilly, the anchor from Fox News, he had a lot of sexual harassment.
Okay. Yep.
like,
Yep. Yeah.
He
I saw something
he
about
got
that.
fired. Well, he went on vacation and then got fired,
Huh.
which the internet is finding very funny.
You enjoying vacation, Bob?
Yeah, well,
Well, don't come back.
get a bigger. You're gonna get a big picture of it. Baba O'Reilly, the title comes. This is from Wikipedia, so take it as you will. Title combines the names of Meher Baba and Terry Riley, two of Townshend's philosophical and musical mentors. The song is often mistakenly called Teenage Wasteland after the phrase repeated in the song. Teenage Wasteland was in fact a working title for the song in its early incarnations as part of the Lifehouse project, but eventually became the title for a different, but related song by Townsend, which is slower and features different lyrics.
Interesting.
So there you go.
So it's just a shout out / thank you to two people.
It is.
I like it.
We told that story a couple weeks ago, right? About how somebody said the Who was going to be the band
Oh
for the spring
yes,
concert.
yeah.
Not quite.
But they're not.
But you didn't.
It's small pools.
And then
Heck
someone
yeah.
else.
And then oh wait, we decided we're gonna call him John Belushi.
Oh yeah. We called him John Belushi.
And John
for some
Belushi.
reason.
Well, because I couldn't remember his name. And
Yeah.
then we called him John Mellencamp.
Yeah, I mean he's just gonna be John the guy. John, whoever the guy. Put small balls back on. All right, well, we've come to the end of another beautiful episode of To Be Decided. Armand, I thought that was a good episode. Did you?
I think so too. We just, chewed the fat, and you guys got to listen. So,
I'm sorry.
I mean, it could have been worse. We could have literally just been chewing fat, and it would have just been
Just into the mic. Just like my old roommate, Tim Mitchell.
Shout out to team.
Shout out to Team Mitchell, whose Timberwolves didn't make it into the playoffs this year. Minnesota. I know it sounds like a Fargo accent, but it's supposed to be Minnesota with his bags.
And the tweens.
And the Go Tweens. That doesn't even work.
And the Timberwolves.
Timberwolves. All right, so Armand, what's our song of the week?
It is a song that I've been listening to a lot lately. It's actually a pretty old song. I just discovered it. Actually, I didn't discover it. I just recently rediscovered it. Recently, and it's Kids with Guns by the Gorillaz. So it's been stuck in my head. So.
Some more gorillas here on To Be Decided. So thank you all so much for listening. We value each and one of you equally, though some animals are more equal than others. For Armand, I'm Ethan. Thanks for listening to another episode of To Be Decided. We'll be back next week, same time, 6 p.m. Central on 95.1 WVR and tune in. Catch us on To Be Decided Show at TOBE Decided Show. Thanks for listening. Armand, final words.
Thank you. And goodbye.